Alright. Trying to get an AM quickie in this morning just because there was last time I did this the other day, I know I was saying that I was going to have Derek on this Friday, and I was probably not going to do another episode of this prior to then, but I actually am because yeah, I had some audio problems last time, so there was a little section with this screen in specifically where I was talking about some stuff that I wanted recorded and some stuff that I thought that was important to kind of like the overall thought experiment that is these streams and sort of what I'm trying to get at, what I'm trying to sort of investigate and explore with these on this little game design journey into the nature of these top-down puzzle games. So, yeah, Derek will probably come on Friday. I don't know if we're gonna do it in the evening, probably. Maybe in the morning, but probably in the evening. Either way, it'll be recorded just like all these other ones are. But the little concept that I wanted to talk about was just the concept of, and I might actually finish making my coffee while I do this, but you can probably still hear me over the mic. So the main concept was just that I was talking about how occasionally with these games I have found that generally I enjoy them more when they sort of stick to what their mechanics are and kind of try to have a strong I don't know if ludonarrative is really the right term in this sort of case, but just where they try to have a strong relation between the actual mechanics of the game and the actual solving of the puzzles, which is to say they have a very logical and clear connection between those two. A sort of a design to the game where you definitely feel like when you solve the puzzle, you were just sort of, forced to learn a new way in which to use the mechanics in the game and not forced to learn, a completely new piece of information that is not connected to any of the other things that you already knew. So that's that feeling of like, oh, like the solution to this puzzle was just sort of like an arbitrary new rule that I just didn't understand before. I think that in these games you want to be careful. You want to make sure that situations like that are not too frustrating, not too frustrating for the player. You don't want to, have a prolonged, like a difficult level to solve or something like that, where you're teaching a totally brand new mechanic that they might not have any reason to know beforehand. So for instance, when I was playing, I was sort of, and this comes up a lot more in like Lolo than I've found in some of these other games that are made more recently, games that are made as sort of an iteration on these games, right? Like, we have to understand Lolo in the context of when it was made, right? Like, this is a very, very early on version of this genre, and so it doesn't have the benefit of, having all these other games in that genre to kind of build on and for people to kind of realize the weaknesses or the mistakes of, right? So Lolo makes mistakes that later on developers creating these kinds of games wouldn't make, because they would say, I never really enjoyed that aspect of those games. I'm going to kind of try to build on it, right? So, and that's fine. Like, I like Lolo. I think it's very good for the time in which it was made. I think they did a great job on it, but it definitely has those limitations. It feels a bit raw. It feels a bit unrefined, right? And that's one of my main complaints against it, is just that there are certain mechanics in it that feel a little inscrutable. Like just odd rules, like the fact that you don't earn bullets for some sort of like predictable amount of heart containers that you grab, right? You just sort of randomly get bullets when you grab certain heart containers that the game designer has decided to award you bullets for, right? Like they're like, okay, this one here, and this one here, and this one here. These ones are going to give you 2 shots, and then these 4 over here aren't going to give you any shots, and like etc. etc. Right? It's very mysterious, which I mean, maybe in some other game could be interesting, right? If you were making a different kind of a game that was like, where the player experience would be improved by it being mysterious, or that is your, you know, your goal as a game designer is to make a mysterious game, and so you're going to have some mysterious mechanics to it. But for something like this, in which I would argue, you know, these games are supposed to, I don't want to say supposed to, but in my opinion, they are at their strongest when they are giving you this, you know, extremely focused on, extremely boiled down experience of forming new connections in your brain to solve problems, right? To solve situations and stuff like that. I think that's the strength of these games, right? And it's what makes them unique, and it's what makes them the most interesting, because it's what is the most different about them in comparison to other games, is that they have this quality of, you know, so many other games, they're literally trying not to be solved, right? They're trying to use layers of complexity to sort of obfuscate the ability to solve them, so that they can create the illusion of not being solvable, because that's what helps their experience and their mechanics. You know, things like multiplayer games and etc. You know, competitive games like chess. You know, whereas this is a game where right up at the front, you know, they're telling you each of these levels is solvable, and how you beat them is by solving them, right? Finding the one solution, or at least finding the limited amount of solutions. You know what I mean? In some of these games, they'll have multiple solutions to levels, but usually like very intentionally. So there's sort of like, you know, 2 levels of like, oh, you solved it, but you found the easy solution. You know, what's the harder solution where you can solve it faster in fewer moves, that kind of thing, right? Now, Lolo I don't think has anything that sophisticated in it, but it is something that you see in this kind of game later. Anyway, I think that's enough talk. I just wanted to sort of re-record that so I'd have me kind of talking about it. But anyway, yeah, I don't have a lot of time today. I got started up in like half an hour, but let's try to beat a level. I mean, yesterday I had a lot of, or the day before, I think it was actually, had a lot of audio problems, and I had a lot of situations with this recording, but my Lolo play was a very high quality, right? I mean, I beat a lot of levels for how for how short we played. I mean, there's often episodes of this where I only beat like 2 levels, and I end the stream not able to solve the last level, and that's probably how this stream is going to end. But I'm gonna try. We got half an hour. Maybe we can beat a level of Lolo. Let's see. Maybe it's not that hard. Yeah, because last time I was like zooming through levels, you know, figuring them out. Anyway, play a little. Hold on, I gotta start up my studio mode because I don't have everything set up here. Let me quickly edit this scene so that it's actually what it needs to be. We put in a 6. And we change the video. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. But at least now I know how to use studio mode a little bit, so I can actually do this. Where's the video? There it is. Okay, very good. And transition. There we go. Now I just have to remember to actually have RetroArch ready to go. So we'll bring that up. Look at that. Alright. Let's load some content here. Adventures of Lolo. Toa. There we go, look at that. Ooh, gonna resize this a little bit though. Where's this guy? Window capture. There we go. Lovely. Alright, so we'll start this in just a sec. I'm just gonna grab my coffee real quick and then we'll have, look, a full half hour of playing. Just gonna dump out my coffee here real quick. Oh, make sure my mic is actually on. Yeah, it is. Let's at least let you guys hear the music. I don't know if it plays music during this part, actually. So, sorry, my commentary up until this moment probably seemed a little bit hectic, as I am sort of in a rush, but I hope it was at least somewhat understandable. Alright. Still don't remember what the hotkeys are for loading a state, but whatever, we're just going to do it manually. There we go. I'll look it up later. Alright, so what do we have here? So brand new level, brand new me. I'm usually very careful when I play this. I'm usually very timid. Let's instead, you know, just go crazy, you know. Let's just let's try to fail quickly instead of what we usually do. So let's see, I probably need a few more shots. It seems like I probably need to push this guy into the water and this guy up so then I can move this guy. No, I need to move this guy up and over to here so that then I can move the brick out. Alright. Or maybe there's some kind of water element to this where I gotta come out of the water to push the blocks. Let's see what happens if I egg one of these guys. Let's see if they move around in this water at all. No, they don't. Sometimes when you push an egg into the water, it will like move around. Like sometimes the water has like a flow to it. And when it does have a flow, the eggs don't sink. They actually stay floating until the guy rehatches. Or it might actually block him from hatching, I can't remember. So the problem with this is, if I move this block, I'm going to get shot by that guy up there. So, I definitely need to move that block that's in front of him at some point. Oh, actually, you know what I mean? That's probably fine. Yeah, just push this guy up here. The problem is I can't get through, though. Well, at least he's there. So that's good, because now I can push this guy without getting killed. And I can probably push this all the way in there. Yeah, there we go. So that gets me these. I got an extra shot at some point, so I can move that guy there. The only problem is I need to be able to get to the actual chest in the end as well. How am I going to do that? Well, I've got 2 more shots. The Depends if I get any additional shots from this last heart container or not. Because I imagine I could just shove this guy into the water, and then I could move the thing over, and then I still get a shot. But I think I need 2 shots. Oh, but I have 2 bricks. Yeah, I've got plenty of bricks. Like, I can just move this guy over. To there, and then just, like, come back around. And push that in like that. And then now I only need 2 shots, because I can push him in there like that, block that off there. Yeah, and then now when this guy respawns, I can just egg him with my last shot and win. Yeah, this is an easy one. See? I told you we'd be able to do at least one. Fortunately, this was a very easy level. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. I had to push the other guy in more. I almost had that one solved. I think I do have the solution though. I think I was doing it right. Now just to remember all my brilliant moves that I did. Yeah, I just need this guy to be over one, I think. Actually, this is maybe more difficult than I thought. Because I can't push him over without getting killed. Wonder, I can't do the other guy first though, because then I'm going to get shot from that side. I do have to push him up first. Oops. Sorry, almost got shot there. So him up there. I mean, that's all you can do, because you can't push him over, or you're going to get keeled. But whatever, you can push this guy up here. Like that. Don't. See, this is what I'm talking about, how heart containers, if each heart container gave you 1 bullet, that would be cool, but instead they just sometimes give you 2. I think I've had one give me 4 before, just sort of randomly. It's kind of annoying. Alright, what are we gonna do? Oh shit. I'm an idiot. Alright, sorry. I'll try to pay better attention this time. Enjoying my coffee too much. Taking my mind off the prize here. Alright, so what we need to do... Oh, right. No, I've already screwed myself. Hold on. God damn it. I did it so well the first time. And then now I keep forgetting to move that stupid block over. Alright. So push this guy up. Maybe I need to just write down a list of instructions here. Okay, grab these. And now before you go down, push this one over. Okay, good. Thank you. Now I can actually move this. Alright. Because now I can go up here without getting killed. Okay. So... I just wonder if there's some kind of water element to this, to the solution here. Because that water is, you know, a little bit of a Chekhov's gun, if you will. So I have 2 shots. It's not enough shots. You know what I mean? There's no other way to move that guy out. Like, I'm gonna have to push that guy so far. I guess I don't need to push him all the way up. I just need to push him... No, because the blocks need to be in the way too. Yeah, I'm not sure what the solution to this is now. Because it's like... Once I push him up, then I can move over the block. Maybe the block... Maybe the block is all I need, though. Yeah. Push him in there. Whoops. Sorry, I almost fell in. The problem is I have to block off this one, though. Shit. No, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll just use this guy. I don't have to re-block the other guy at all. I can just push this guy over here. Yeah, and then we can just go up here with this guy. We just gotta be careful. Is this gonna work? Ugh, maybe not. How do I push it up? That is tricky. How do I push it up? Is it possible to push a block into another block? I don't think so. Maybe that's what I have to do. So we beat one. we might not be beating two before I have to go to stand up. Damn it. There's just no way to get that one. Because by the time I get onto here, I'm dead, yeah. What am I missing? Something I want to try, just as an experiment here. Does this give me two? Yeah. Oops. Oh, shit. I'm not trying to actually solve this, I just, I want to see if you can push a block into a block. I guess I just have to do the whole thing to see that. If only there were some way. Maybe if I push this over and use that as my blocker, now I can do something else with it. But the problem is I can't move this anywhere except over there, you know what I mean? Because I'll get killed by the Medusa before I ever get to it. Well, this is at least sort of different now, maybe. Now, I still need this guy up here because I have to get these two hearts. See, like, that doesn't really buy me anything because I still can't do anything with this block because I can't push it to the right. Although, it does give me cover now to move this guy around a bit more. Yeah, maybe that's all I need. We push that one there. No, that one's there. And now I just need that last block. Maybe this is all I need. Because now, yeah, I think that's it. I think I solved it. Yeah, because he goes up there. We push this guy out, and then we wait for him to respawn. Then we push him in here. I'm really annoyed that the respawning guys at different times thing has not really materialized as more of a mechanic. I'm still screwed though because I can't get this up. Can't get this up. If he was there... Huh. I think I've almost solved it. I think I just need... Yeah, hold on. What was escaping me here? So it's like... What was I doing with that other block then? So that's fine to be there. This guy is up here. I'm trying to think of what I messed up the first time. Oh, well this time I messed that up. Okay, well, hold on. Does this guy have to be over more? I wonder. So this goes in here. Bless me. Yeah, this guy up. It's so hot and humid that I keep getting little pimples and stuff on my nose. Oh, I see. That guy's in the way. So then when I go to move this up, I can't push it in. Okay, I understand now. I think I get where I was going wrong. How do we do that without getting killed, though? So we push him here, and here, and here. We gotta push that in there. Yeah, I need like another shot though. That was tricky. I mean, they always are, but this one in particular, there's some little aspect of it that I'm not thinking of. I just wonder if it's an assumption that I'm making, or just it's early in the morning and I'm just not seeing something. Probably need to think more about how this final part of it lays out. So the problem is, how do I get this one up? Oh, you know what? I can probably get it in from the other side. Maybe that makes sense, right? That way, it doesn't matter that I can't get through here, because I'll come around from the other side and push it in that way. But then I can't push it up. Ugh. Yeah, see, that's always a problem. Huh. Maybe I need to push that guy over. It's just tricky because it's like, how do I get him over without screwing that up, you know? It's like I need that guy to be in the way. Oh, you know what? I can push him down, though. I can push him down like that, and then I can get him over one. Yeah, now we're talking. Oops. Almost pushed him up too much. Hold on, I'm gonna redo that in case that blocks me off. I think maybe that's the secret, is you gotta push this guy down first, so you can get him over. I was so exuberant in pushing him up, I pushed him up one too many things. I think this is maybe the solution. Is getting that guy over one like that at the start, you know what I mean? Maybe you don't, but you're gonna see when I beat the level that I was right. Yeah, that's definitely it. Now I don't even have to go all the way around, because this guy blocks for me now. Look how clever I am, because I got 2 shots left. I don't got a care in the world now. Oops. I am gonna screw myself by pushing this over too much, though. There we go, look at that. I don't even know why they put that sand there. I guess just to be interesting. It doesn't really do much, though. It's not like it is important or anything. They're just putting some sand there to slow you down. Look at that. Slowing me down with just sand. Alright, we only got 10 minutes left, so... Actually, I probably need to start up my, yeah, I definitely need to start up my SVN download for a second here. Where is it? Here. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we'll get to at least survey. Actually, I'm gonna save my save state. We'll at least get to survey what the hell is going on in this level. So, I mean, look at this thing. We got water. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. Do we have a current? We do. Haha. Look at that. Get to go on a little adventure. Then it ends over there. Interesting. So this one, we get to... This one's a little more dynamic. Do we want to block off these things or not? Well, we probably do need to block off that one. Oops. Go on here. Get back on. Get off here. Which way do we want to go? We probably want to go down to the bottom there eventually. But first we probably want to go... Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. So this is the new... this is the new inelegant mechanic of Lolo that we've encountered now. Is that... you have no clue when there are water currents. Should they probably just have the water currents be animated in a way where you can tell where they are? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to try it out, right? Like, maybe that would be too obvious, but like, just having to guess where they are is like a little bit lame. Okay, so that one goes like that, and where does it end up? goes there. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to take this guy here. Do. Now, is there anything we can do with this guy that is actually going to do anything? No, that doesn't do anything. Can we push him into the middle? No. Damn it. You gotta be right on it. Yeah. Push that up. Push him there. Do we get more shots? Yes, we do. Nice. Okay, now the question is, how the heck do we get out of here? Does pushing him in down here do anything different? No. Of course not. Alright, so we probably need to block these off before we go, right? So this one here, this one here, this one here. That makes sense, right? Problem is, how do we get this other guy? Oh, I guess we're gonna get more shots when we do this. Oh, shit. You gotta be right on it, or it gets away from you. That one does. Alright, so, boom. I think I have to do that. I'm not sure I have to do that, but I'm gonna do it. Like this, and here. Ah, shit, missed the thing. Yeah, hold on. Running out of time. Gotta go to stand up. We might complete this one next episode. Okay, there. Going down. Going over. Jesus. You really gotta be right on it. At least these early actions I keep doing over and over again are easy ones to do. Over. There. Alright, down like this. And then now, we can just push this guy down. And we can go over. And then, I guess this guy gets pushed down like this. Yes. There we go. See, so this is what I mean, like, this one was not hard, it's just, it was very arbitrary what you had to do. Oh, okay, that thing's in the way. Well, there we go. So that was not too tough. So, we'll end on this one, but we'll look at what the next one is. Oh, the next one is a boss, holy crap. So, hold on, we're gonna save this. This is the first boss that I've ever seen. Yeah, this is crazy. Look at this guy. You gotta like shoot him with shots or something. God knows what you gotta do with this guy. Anyway, we'll experience this next time because I have to end the stream for now. But look at how exciting this is gonna be. We're gonna fight a boss. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy this next one. But yes, for now we will end on that today so that I have a little bit of ending preamble here. Yeah, so that's the end of another ep. Like I said, we'll have Derek on tomorrow. Maybe he can give me some insights into his experience playing these games. You know, how do you beat the bosses? What do I do with these infinite shots? What was it like the first time that he encountered a boss in one of these games? Was he expecting it? Did he know what to do? I don't know. There's all kinds of fun conversations we can have. And I will try to write down, I'll try to get some bullet points of basically what my thoughts on these games were up to this point, what sort of caused me to formulate them, So maybe we'll have a bit more discussion. I'll have to see how it goes because I do want to actually play while I'm talking to Derek. So the idea in my head is that like he'll do most of the talking, so that then I can just kind of focus on playing. Because it's hard to. The thing about these games is like since you're, like I was saying, like the full focus of these games is just solving a puzzle and not, you know, doing mechanics that you already know and just kind of getting better at them and kind of using your using the pathways in your mind that are already there and just kind of strengthening them or whatever. Instead, you're trying to form like new connections between information in your brain. That can make it a bit difficult to talk at the same time. You know what I mean? As having a conversation about something like this is a very similar activity of trying to put like new connections together and come to new conclusions based on new information that you're taking from the person that you're talking to, right? So that might be a bit difficult. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe I just won't. Maybe we'll kind of like section it off. Like we'll try to solve a level and then we'll talk and then I don't know. So we'll see what we're gonna do. But it might be a lot of me just asking Derek questions and him answering them, and not so much me giving him much back because I'm gonna be trying to play Lolo. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, in the meantime, see you guys out there on the internet. Have fun out there.